Well, folks, I can't say what I really want to say on the title of the live, but I think this picture says it all, right? We're going to talk some shop today. We're going to talk some, well, you know what? I mean, you kind of see what we want to talk about. Maybe talk about some Bill Fence. Maybe talk about some the craziness going on in Hollywood, the rioting by the fake rioters that are paid, all the pedophilia that I'm hearing all over social media, which I don't really know about. I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about the pedophilia. I hear everybody talking about it. It may or may not be true. It sounds
It's true.
it sounds like it could be. It's what's that, Big Mama?
I'll keep up with it.
You keep up with it. It's true.
Yeah.
If it is true, it's pretty freaking disgusting.
Yeah.
What's up, Colton? What's up, Anoop? What's up, Alfred? We'll let a few people on. Please hop on, share, invite. It's unfiltered. It's unadulterated. It's real. It's raw. It's Chris Rood. And I ain't holding that back. I don't care what the communists tell me. I don't care how many communists inbox me and with threats and all that. We're going to talk shop. What's up, Anoop? Can't wait to close that deal with you, my brother. I think we're going to probably close sometime next week on that deal we're doing together. Anyway, we got a few people on. We'll get started. Let's get started. Big Mama Rood. The son, Aiden. So I kind of wanted to hop on because, you know, just the complete madness that's going on right now. And I just want to get you guys' take because I just want to make sure I'm not a psychopath and I'm not crazy and I'm like, and I've got, I fancy myself as having a lot of common sense. And when common sense goes out the doorway, I tend to question what's going on. Like all these doctors coming out saying, hey, chloroquine, whatever it's called. I don't want to say the exact words. I don't want to get shadow banned here on social media, but that stuff that they've been using for 55 years and it's proven to work, it works on the big V, right? On 19, right? On V19. It works on V19. So 20 million people watched it in America. It got shared, I think. Patty'd have to fact check me because I know the fact checker is going to come out. But they came out, all these doctors have 20 and 30-year experiences, been healing everybody they know who hasn't had advanced stages of the 19. Now, this supposed chloroquine works 50% if treated early, and it works successfully without a shadow of a doubt, but yet is taken off of all social media, right? So, and banned, all these doctors, prominent doctors, I've looked and researched most of them. These guys are no clowns, but we've been being made to believe that they're all clowns and we're supposed to shame them, right? This is how the media works, right? Now, another guy I would like to talk about, Mr. Bill Fence. This guy, you know, I'm getting some communists inboxing me saying that he's a great guy, he's a philanthropist, he's donated millions of dollars of his own money to help people all over the country. Yet, however, he's doing all this stuff in the name of helping us, right? He wants to save humanity from the 19. But in TED Talks, if you go on YouTube and you watch some of his interviews, all he talks about is depopulation. But yet then, so you got on one hand where he talks about depopulation, and then you got on the other hand where he owns all the vaccine big V companies and wants to save all of us from dying. But then on the other interview, he wants to depopulate the world. I'm confused. This is where I have to start asking questions, and where I think you guys as, average American people just trying to make your way in the world, just trying to, do the best you can, have to ask questions. What's his real intention? What's the real intention behind all this? Right? Are we crazy that we don't ask questions like this? Is it Is it idiotic of me to jump on a Facebook Live and we'll probably have, 10,000 people watch this? But is it idiotic for me to question what doesn't make any sense? Is he doing this out of the love of his heart? What's that, Big Mama?
There's a question here, and I want you to state it
Okay.
because they
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They want to know, why you're not talking real estate.
Oh, somebody's asking why I'm talking real estate. Oh, okay. Well,
the thing is that what's real estate if you can't function as a normal American? What good is it? But Chris has always been this way. It's just something he just never talked about.
I never talked about it. I never talked about it, guys. But what you fail to realize, I get some people telling me, you need to keep talking about real estate. You're not an expert in this. No, but neither are you. And I know I have common sense, and I hope you do too. And nothing makes any sense right now. And I do know, and I'm an advocate study of world history, and I do know what's happened to countries that have been overthrown. I know what happened in the Bolshevik Revolution with the communists that took over the Russian and killed the Tsar and his families, and basically overthrew that country. And that's an exact playbook of what they're trying to do right now. So if that happens, Guy, there will be no real estate investing, Guy. If we get full blown communism, there is no investing. It's government mandated jobs, it's government mandated activities. Everything is controlled. Nobody can get ahead. There's no potential there's nobody that has any type of skill set can do what they're good at. They're picked to do. You're put in a position that the government tells you to. So I don't want to hear that.
I think you feel obligated to speak the truth.
Yeah, I agree, Big Mama. I feel disingenuine talking about real estate and talking about how to make all kind of money when the freaking world's burning down and we're being lied to. We're being freaking lied to. Patty, I can't keep up with these questions. You need to help me out. So that's why I can't talk. I honestly want to talk about real estate. You think I want it? I don't want to have to talk about all that. I feel it's unethical and disingenuine for me to talk about real estate investing, how to make money when half the country didn't have a job, or 30% of the country doesn't have a job right now. And I just read a report that 30% of Americans for the month of June didn't pay rent or their mortgage. Come on. I mean, yes, we're going to talk about some real estate. We're going to talk about some real estate, but we got to talk about current events, because if you don't know what's going on in current events, you can't be a good real estate investor, guys. You got to know what's going on. You got to be able to predict, forecast. You got to be, foresee what's going on so you can put your chess pieces in the right place so you don't get checkmate, right? You got to better know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on and what's with the big players, the big globalists and the government's doing, with the right hand, when they're telling us, look here, it's okay, look at my left hand, but in the back of the right hand, they got a big cover up going on. Guys, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that there's a big smoke screen going on right now. Right? So how many of you guys, are y'all upset that I'm talking about current events, or do you want me to go back to talking about real estate even though the world's burning down? Are you guys genuinely upset about me talking about this? Because, hey, I'll talk about whatever you want me to talk about. But it seems like you guys are enjoying me talking about this, because a lot of people, what pisses me off, a lot of people that have influence, a lot of people that have following, don't have the courage to talk about it because they're worried about their checkbook being interrupted, or they're pandering to a base so that they don't lose following. I don't give two shits. I'm not here to be your friend, guys. I love all of you guys, but I ain't here to be your friend. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You want me to tell you what you want to hear, what you need to hear?
Guy keeps on saying that he started a website for the truth.
Somebody started a website?
We created this website to share the truth, timetofreeamerica.com.
Timetofreeamerica.com.
Colton said the wicked stuff in Hollywood is being brushed under the rug because people worship actors as their idols. The media has racism and the viruses as a smokescreen so people won't find out the same American people voting in office are doing wicked things sexually to underage kids. It's all demonic and a huge smokescreen, and all of this is seen in the Bible in Matthew. I've been doing heavy research on all of
It's
them,
all,
and
so I'm not going to talk on I don't know enough about the pedophilia stuff. I haven't researched a lot about that. What I have researched a lot about is these doctors coming out, who they are, what they're about. These doctors are no clowns. They're throwing them all in the bus like they're a bunch of clowns. They're nobodies. If Bill Gates really loved humanity, and he just he doesn't care about money, it's all about helping people, why wouldn't they let these doctors speak and give a chance to these doctors to try out this chloroquine, whatever it's called, right?
I've been told locally that doctors are
Wait, say that again, Big Mama.
I've been told through our local hospitals and people who live here locally that work in the hospitals that the administrative teams that manage the hospitals are not letting the doctors talk.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
and I look like shit, so excuse me.
I was actually on the phone when she was saying that. She showed me that for some doctor friends of ours and nurses that it's a big cover up, guys. It's a big cover up. It's really disgusting, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that like everything's okay. Now you can say this is if you really think all this happened by chance and just the big V19 just happened arbitrarily, like all this happened right before the election, right before the best and most booming economy in world history, lowest job ratings, everything's great, everybody's making money, everybody's happy. You're wrong. You got to realize that none of the shit like this don't happen by chance. They don't want a big successful middle class. If you have a bunch of smart, happy, well-to-do people in a country, they want more of the freedom that they already have, right? And it's hard to keep down people that are doing well. But what it is easy to keep down are people that are not doing good in life, right? If you can keep people dumb, ignorant, stupid, poor, you can control them. You cannot control a happy, successful, affluent, healthy middle class. You can't. It's not possible. So it's almost, if you look at it, I've studied a lot of world history, a lot of world economics. It's like magically every 8 to 10 years there's a crash. Is it by design? Is it? Did they not let us? Why can't we just keep doing better and better? Like, why is it that they have to crash the economy? I think it's one of two things. There's so much corruption that it has to crash, or two, they do it intentionally, by choice. They do it so that not too many people get too strong to basically have such a strong middle class that they can't control them, because you can't control a bunch of strong, happy people that are doing well in life. That's right, Jay. No such thing as a coincidence. So what do you do, right? What do you do? I know what I'm doing. I can tell you what I'm doing. Hell, I'm preparing. I'm preparing because I'm listening to billionaires right now, like Ray Dalio. The dude's come out and said like there's gonna be a massive crash. Like, it's not even gonna be a crash. It's gonna be like a total destruction of the U.S. dollar, and it's gonna be a lot of pain, and a lot of people are gonna get hurt. That's scary. I got 5 kids. I know a lot of people that follow me got kids. I'm just an average guy from South Louisiana that's really good at real estate. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm just like you guys. That's why I come out and reach to you guys. I don't get paid to do this. That's why I talk about current events, because I'm genuinely scared about what's going on in our country. I'm genuinely scared what kind of America is my kids going to inherit, right? I'm 40 years old. I got maybe 40 years left. I had a great life. Or my kids are they gonna have a great life? Are they gonna have the opportunities I had, like I had in America? I don't know. I mean, it's scary.
I like what Eric says.
What did Eric say?
Speak up or be silenced.
Speak up or be silenced. That's right. I feel it unethical. I feel like it's unethical not to say anything, guys. Right? It's you could kind of reverse engineer what's going on. Like, you can kind of, a lot of people saying that the dollar, they're doing this to crash the dollar because it's already bankrupt. They had to have a cover up for the dollar. The repo market was so over leveraged that it was going to crash anyway. some people are saying that there's too many baby boomers in America and that they can't be supported as far as the government can't, basically the Medicaid, Medicare, all that stuff is bankrupt. Social Security is bankrupt. So they maybe release this virus to try to kill off all the baby boomers. Like, who knows? Like, who really, what do we really know, right? They let us know what they want us to know, right? Big media, the big media is all in cahoots with them. Big pharma, all of them, right? Big pharma is going. Listen, I was telling my wife this the other day. And you can agree or disagree. One of the biggest problems we have right now in America is a legal drug problem. Listen to me, hear me out. A legal drug problem. I figured how many Americans are on prescription drugs right now. It's freaking gross, and you see it. You see the degradation of society. You see everybody's on Xanax, everybody's on Adderall, everybody's on Prozac, everybody's on Zoloft. Everybody's on prescription drugs. It's ruining people. They're zombified, right? You take, like, we have a pill for everything now. Do you really think that that big pharma, like, it's just a bunch of, you think big pharma has our best interests at heart? It's just a bunch of, white collar criminals selling drugs legally. I know that because I used to be one of them. I was put on Adderall because I was supposedly ADD when I was Ritalin when I was 8 years old. What kind of shit is that? Right? And I know I think it's like one in, I'd have to get my wife to Google it, like 1 in 10 children are on, or I think it's higher than that, 1 in 8 or 1 in 7 children are on psychotropic drugs. What? It's craziness. They're drug dealers. That's right, Adiris. They're drug dealers. They're legal drug dealers. It's disgusting. The people I know, friends of mine, people I know closely, lives that have been ruined because of prescription drugs. But before that, it was all the, what was the downers, all these kids, it was like synthetic heroin all these kids were taking, 5-10 years ago, or 10 years ago when I was growing up, or not, I'm sorry, 20 years ago. Like, I forget what they're called. I don't do drugs, but it's just so much craziness going on right now. And like, guys, the best thing to do, exactly, Vince, it's one thing after another. The next thing, it's all smoke and mirrors. The Pentagon officially releases UFO videos, another distraction. That's right. That's right. Edward says, yep, they run the illegal drugs too, but they don't want to talk about that. Of course they don't. It's just craziness, guys. Like, if you don't see what's going on, absolute insanity. You have to be careful what you listen to. If you're getting your information from CNN or, Fox News or all these other outlets or, ABC News, all of them, they all have an agenda. You should get your information from people that are doing research who don't get paid. Like, they're just doing it because they're trying to do the right thing. If you know what's going on, it's enlightening. It's scary, but it's enlightening. So what should you do? You should stock up on some food. You should stock up on some, daily rations. You should get 2 or 3 jobs. You should get ready to hunker down. I mean, they're saying the dollar's going to collapse. If I'm going to believe anybody, I'm going to believe a billionaire. Ray Dalio seems like he's got good intentions. He's going on radio talk shows. He doesn't seem like he's he's literally spending a lot of time to try to educate the public, right? And who's been very, very vocal that you should listen to is Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki has been on point. Like, he is not holding anything back. I'm really upset with a lot of influencers who are not saying anything. Right? It's pretty gross. Like, why would you not say anything? You're so smart in business. Why? You don't see what's going on? You're blind? You think this is all by design? I mean, you think that this is all real? Like, no, guys. Yeah, the virus is real. No doubt about that. Totally sensationalized. If they cared about it so much, why haven't they educated us all these years on trying to get our immune system up? How about that? Why haven't they tried to change the food that we eat, right? Why haven't they tried to get people more healthy? If they care so much about our lives and they don't want us to get the 19, right? Peter Schiff, yeah, that's right, Mike. I do listen to Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff is telling the truth too. Robert Kiyosaki, Peter Schiff, Ray Dalio, you know, they tell it like it is. These aren't stupid people. But we're being conned, duped, misled, everything. It's obvious. Like my radar has been going up, that internal radar we all have. If you don't have that sense right now, that sensation and that tingly feeling in the back of your head that like something just ain't right. That's right, Eric. They want to keep us fat, sick, and tired because we're stupid, right? Like that. We're stupid if we're fat, sick, and tired. Then we don't know what's going on. We're too dumbed down to know what's going on, and we won't know what's going down, right? Yeah, follow the money. That's all it takes, Joshua. That's exactly right. That's all you have to do is follow the money. These people don't do this just because they do it. It's all about money, influence, power, control. Absolute insanity, guys. Insanity. I just I hope tag a friend if you know somebody needs to hear this. I know it takes some confront to hear this. It takes some swallowing your pride because you want to think, man, I live in the greatest country ever, and how could people be so evil? How could this ever even happen? You know? How can this even happen? There's no way it can happen. And that's exactly how they get away with it, because it's so evil, it's so corrupt, it's so dirty. They know there's no way that these good old American people would think that we would do such a thing. And that's exactly how they get away with it. They know that we're just going to make excuses for what's going on. And that's what we're doing. We're making excuses in our mind. What the fuck would George Washington do right now? Thomas Jefferson, if they were in their, the people that started this country, that gave us this republic, if the Constitution with the Bill of Rights, where we have more freedom than anybody in the world, but not really because we're being censored like crazy, what would they do right now? What would they say? Guys, do me a favor. Go read the Constitution. Go read the Bill of Rights and tell me if you think what's going on is not a big con job after reading that. That's right, Eric. Our founding fathers could foresee this. That's why they created the Second Amendment. If you read the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, you'd be like, oh my goodness. They came from a tyrannical government. Government gets crazy over time because naturally government attracts lowlifes. Yeah, I'll say it. Government attracts lowlifes because they want to be in power. They like controlling people, right? If you genuinely like to control people and you want to dominate people, you probably shouldn't be in power. I own a business. I have to control and dominate people, but I don't like to. I don't like telling people what to do. It doesn't make me feel good. But psychopaths genuinely like to tell people what to do. They like to control people, and they like to keep them stupid and dumbed down, right? They like to keep them useful idiots. Useful idiots. So anyway, with that said, it's not all doom and gloom. We're going to talk about some real estate investing now. There will be massive opportunity that comes from this, right? There will be a lot of massive opportunity. Hey, listen, I closed on a nice mobile home park 2 weeks ago. I closed on another one this week, a really, really nice park. I've got 2 more that I got under contract that I'm going to be closed on. If you have capital on the sideline and you want to be my partner, I'm looking for partners. So Jason says, our founding fathers would be riding out by now. We've got people in Congress that are so addicted to power that they are trying to stay in government until they die. That's exactly right. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Look at Nancy Pelosi. What a clown show. What a freaking degenerate. Look at Biden. Have you listened to the man speak? He's slow, guys. Slow. He's got something wrong with him. How are we even contemplating, you people that are on the far left that follow me, that are communists, that still follow me for my real estate content, how do you even consider him as your president? How would you even consider voting for him? The dude is off. Right? Wake up, guys. I'm not saying Trump's perfect, But geez, look at what's the ulterior. Look what's the secondary backup, right? That's I'll take Trump all day long, twice on Sunday. The man knows how to run a business. He knows how to get shit done, right? Look what he's done for the country thus far. He's bringing back all these jobs from China, from Mexico, everywhere. He had lowest unemployment ever, job growth like crazy, like never before. Why? Because he was getting all this shit to come back to our country. Do you think that's maybe why they crashed everything and threw everything underneath the bus and threw the whole country underneath the bus? Literally, they're trying to keep us in our house for house for another 2 or 3 months. They're talking about, this may be like this for 2 years because they want to destroy the economy, guys. If they destroy the economy, they know it's gonna make so many people dependent on the government. They're gonna have to vote socialist, communist, because they're gonna lose everything. It's simple. Like, it ain't rocket science. Eric says, my mom went to school with Nancy Pelosi and I met Bill Clinton. These people have no idea. I was a die-hard Democrat before. My great-grandmother was one of the first women in government. It's not the same party. I agree, Eric. The Democratic Party of John F. Kennedy's era is not the Democratic Party of today, guys. It's not. It's not. The USMCA just kicked in. Get ready for our economy to kick into. Yeah, guys. Well, like I said, if this message resonates with you, if you need a friend, tag a friend that needs to hear this, right? If Mr. Fence was really worried about all these starving children, all these people that are dying all across the country, why wouldn't he look into what the doctor said about the chloroquine, whatever it's called?
Because it's too cheap.
It's too cheap. There's no money in it, guys. There's no money in it, right? There's no money in it. But he talks, although he doesn't need money. He doesn't do it for the money. He does it for humanity. Get the fuck out of here. Does it for humanity. He can sit there and tell a bunch of doctors that have been doctors for 30 years, been saving people's lives their whole life, that he knows better, when he's never been a doctor. He's a freaking computer engineer, but he's an expert on vaccines now. No, he's an expert on vaccines now because there's big money in it. Period. Wake up, guys. That's all it is. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm happy about everything that's going on. Like, I'm not. I'm pissed off. I don't want to have anything. I don't agree with anything that's going on. I think it's all horse shit. The hairs on the back of my head standing up, telling me that none of this shit makes sense. That internal radar is telling me that, get ready, get prepared. Something big is gonna go down. Like, they may crash. This economy may completely crash and get toasted. Like, and we may have to press the reset button, right? So, anyway, but listen, like I said, still a lot of opportunity out there. If you play your cards smart, I talk to you guys about this because you need to know what's going on. You have to have 20/20 vision. You have to better foresee, predict, forecast. What's up, Michael? That's right. It's all bullshit, brother. See, predict, and forecast what's going on with the world economy, what's going on with the politician, what's going on with, the new laws, regulations, to better be a good entrepreneur or be a good investor. This is why I talk about this. Why I try to keep up with all this and talk to you guys about it. You can't just be a one-trick pony where all you do is study real estate. No, like, you got to make sure you know what's going on so you can make the right chess move. So I know that I'm gonna tell you right now what I'm investing in. I'm investing in basically affordable housing. You guys, if you've been following me for long enough, you know that that's where I'm going all in. Obviously, you see what I'm doing. I bought a mobile home park last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm closing another one this week. I got 2 more I'm buying. I'm double downing on that because I feel like America's gonna get poorer, which it is. If they keep up at the rate they're going, we're gonna be very poor. A lot of people are gonna need housing. There's still gonna be an economy. There's still gonna be people that get rich, just not as many. You just got to know what's going on and place yourself in the right position to win, right?
And if your business isn't doing well, you need to pivot early.
Yeah, and if you, like my wife said, if your business isn't doing well, you need to look at something else and pivot. See what's needed and wanted. Find out what's needed and wanted, right? Susie said, Dr. Fauci's a rat-looking weasel who is lying and trying to make himself look good. Pretty sad. Oh, absolutely. If you watch him, the last interview he did with Congress, when that congressman was just asking him questions, like, he's been lying so much you could tell, like, he doesn't even know, like, where to, like, his lies keep covering up for more lies, and it's getting ridiculous, right? How much minimum investment syndicate on mobile? Okay, so Eric, so basically you get 30% of my deals and you just got to put the down payment for whatever loans I get, right? So typically I'm putting 20% down on these deals. I bring you as an equity partner and I give you 30% of the deal. So if it's $1 million deals, that's what's 20% of that's what, 200 grand. $500,000 deal, 100 grand. $2 million deal, 400,000. So affordable housing needed everywhere. What your thoughts on tiny homes? I'm not a big advocate of tiny homes. I think it's a fad. I think mobile homes. Yeah, it's just as cheap. Yeah, you could buy a trailer that with 3-4 times, or even a camper, 3 or 4 times the space. I wouldn't recommend tiny homes. Do you use a gold-backed currency shift soon? Do you see a gold-backed currency shift soon? The fiat concept is unsustainable. Man, I'd like to hope so, but I mean, shit, if that's the case, I mean, to absorb what's going on, gold would be what, 40,000 an ounce? I mean, how is that sustainable? I mean, I'd like to see that. It would keep sound money. If it was backed by gold, it would keep all the governments in check and they wouldn't better overspend. And we'd have sound money. We'd have some, like, your money would actually be worth something, right? We better keep, interest rates would go up too. Better pay, we better save money and actually make money on our money, right? So, I mean, for me to predict and forecast, I don't know. I'm not some genie. I don't know what's going on that much. I do study a lot of people that do know what's going on, and I read, and I try to stay ahead of the curve. And that's this is why I tell you all this, guys, because I want you to stay ahead of the curve just like me, right? I'm a, American-loving, God-fearing, American red-blooded, just like you, right? I ain't no better than you guys. I'm here just like you, worried with my kids and wife, and like, hell, in a couple of years, are we gonna have the same America? Are we gonna have the same freedoms, right? Are we gonna lose everything? Or are we gonna have to start over? Is half of America gonna have to start over? Or half of America's not gonna better get jobs because we're all social distance for the next 2 to 4 years. They come out and all they say is the new normal, the new normal. Everybody talks about the new normal. They all say it across every platform. It's the new normal. You don't think that's government programming? You don't think that's all by design? They all say it. They all say the new normal. Man, take your new normal and shove it up your ass, right? That's what I say. Who are these cats to tell us what's a new normal? Because a flu-like virus is killing a fraction of a percent. It's a joke, guys. It's a complete joke. We're being conned. We're being brainwashed. Please educate people that maybe are misinformed, who are following the mainstream media. Try to wake as many people as you can up, right? Wake as many people as you can up before it's too late. And get your money out of the stock market. Put your money in hard assets. Put your money in real estate. Put your money in food and clothing, shelter, stuff that you can actually use. If the dollar goes belly up, if you got, a couple $100 grand in the bank that you saved up, $1 million, whatever it is, it'll be worthless. It'll be worthless. Put your money in hard assets. That's why your money is still worth something. Because from what I'm seeing, the dollar's gonna crash. It's gonna lose its value, and we're gonna have to start over. Period. Right? Been following you for a while via Coach Bird. I'm local in Broussard. Goal is to reach out and partner with you on some deals by the end of the year. Awesome, JC. Looking forward to it, brother. Even Glenn, it's not even just me, guys. Like, look at all these news. Glenn Beck has come out and said this is a scam. Rush Limbaugh is even saying it's a scam. I mean, you got all these people saying it. Look at all the people moving from California to Texas. Look at that. Elon Musk. What's the other guy? Joe Rogan. all moving to Texas. That's big names. Imagine the people you don't know. I'm telling you, California is going to be a shithole in the next 5 to 10 years. Shithole. It already is. Have you been to LA? We went to LA twice or once last year. It was freaking gross. A shithole. Downtown LA was just, I've never seen anything like that before. So what do I think is going to happen? I'm a firm believer. I think the United States could be broken up. I think it's going to probably be broken up into 2 or 3 different countries. Matter of fact, if it was up to me, this is how you handle the left-right situation. Your communists versus your, producing people that want to do something in their life, right? More conservative. Take all the communists and leftists and put them in communist leftist states like California and New York. Take all the people that are conservative and separate them and bring them to the South. I guarantee you, New York and California would collapse within a couple of years. Why? Because communists and socialists need capitalistic style, entrepreneurial / middle class, hardworking Americans to leech off of. Or their system doesn't work. They eat themselves alive. I forgot who said it best. Eventually you run out of other people's money, right? So if you're, a lefty, liberal, commie-loving lowlife, and you love to just not work that hard, work 30 hours a week, live off the government, and barely get by and smoke weed all day and just do all your commie stuff that y'all do together, please get together. We'll give you a couple states. Take those states, get all your buddies together. We'll high fence it. Get like a 12-foot fence. High fence that sumbitch all the way around. Take all the conservatives out of there, all your God-fearing, Second Amendment, hard-working Americans out of those states. Bring them to more conservative states and just watch how your state collapses within 2 years. Guaranteed. There's no, it's basic economics, right? Basic economics. So Matthew says, education is more vital right now than ever before. Mass human awakening unfolding. That's so true, Matthew. That's so true, brother. Gerby says, Fauci says he doesn't recommend being in big crowds. Then he was asked, isn't protesting in big crowds bad? Then he can't make up his mind when he just said being in big crowds is bad, just guys. And no, exactly. That's exactly what I was talking. That's exactly the interview I was referring to, Goober, about when the congressman was asking him, hey, should we ban protesting? And he's like he doesn't know what to say, because he's speaking from an agenda, guys. He has a vested interest. He has his bad intentions. His intention is to con us and make a bunch of money off of our ignorance, right? It's problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem, watch our reaction, offer the solution, which is this fucking stupid ass vax, right? I ain't taking it. I ain't freaking taking it, neither of my kids. How will people pay rent if the dollar crashes? They won't be able to, Eric. They won't be able to. You'll either have hyperinflation or you'll have deflation, one or the other, right? Even Ray Dalio talking of the economic reset, New World Order, and the end of the U.S. dollar. Exactly, Matthew. That's what I was just saying. Even the big billionaires are coming out who are good guys. I think Ray Dalio is a class act. I don't think he's a part of the crazy elite that actually try to manipulate us. I think he's a really good guy. He's on our side. He's actually came out and said that, it's over with. The globalists have ruined the country, ruined the dollar. It's over with. So, but like I said, there'll still be some opportunities. Chris, we are about to enter the Hunger Games. I agree, Justin. I think it's about to get wild and crazy. This is why I've been telling you guys, you better get your house in order. You better get some supplies. Get 3 or 4 months worth of food. Get you a couple of rifles and a couple, pistols just for personal protection. Learn how to shoot a rifle. Learn how to hunt. How to kill a deer or a wild hog. Right. Learn how to duck hunt. Basic. I grew up doing all this. I can skin a buck. I can how they say skin a buck and do a trout line. I can do all that. Right. But most of the Americans don't know how to do that. Right. So you better get these basic skills in, because that's what will go belly up. Look at Venezuela right now. Like it's a complete shithole. It was already doing bad before what happened with COVID. So get everything in order. Like if you saving money, you stupid. You should be taking all your money and putting it into food and trying to start another side hustle and trying to, basically hedge yourself against this crash. But at the end of the day, like we may get another 2 years of this. We may get another 4 years. It may not crash for another 3 to 4 years. I don't know. Like they printed so much money, so they kicked the can down the road again. So I don't think it's going to crash right away. I really don't. I think we probably got at least another 2 years before it crashes. Ray Dalio was saying, I think, maybe 4 years, 3 to 4 years, but minimum 2 years, I would think, all the money they printed. Eric, people will pay rent with universal basic income through whatever centralized government currency they try to dish out. That's right. Take New England, this place sucks. Yeah, I appreciate that, Alfredo. I just wish a lot of other people would come out and say it. Because just with the guys I know, like the guys I know that got millions of followers, they should be coming out and saying what's going on. Like everybody, listen, tell everybody like this is a con. Yeah, I'm not saying people aren't dying. Yes, people are dying. I know people that are dying. Very few of them, though. And most of them that are dying, just about every single one of them had massive complications with their body already. What's that, Patty?
This is, don't show me.
Well, you need to come here and talk. They can't hear you from that far.
This should show you how well you should take care of your own health.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just saying earlier. If they cared so much about us and they were worried about us catching the COVID, why haven't they been trying to educate us on how to build up our immune system? They haven't said one thing about that. You can't even go to church, but you can get an abortion. You can't even go eat with your family at a restaurant, Harley, but you can go and buy weed. You can't even go have a birthday party in your backyard, but you can go and burn down buildings. That's when you know you're being conned, guys. It's not rocket science, right? Robert says, Nate says, the problem is when their city goes to shit, they just move to another city and spread their ideals. That's right, Nate. That's exactly right. Robert says, I went to a water park today. They denied me service to buy a drink when I didn't have a mask, but they didn't require mask standing in line or while swimming around everyone. What the fuck? It's nuts. Exactly, Robert. Figure this shit out. You can go to the gym where I live. You have to have a mask when you walk in, but as soon as you start lifting weights, you can take it off. What? You can't even make this shit up. Now Fauci's got talk out there on public saying that we got to wear goggles. They're laughing at us, folks. They're laughing at us. They're making all this shit up as they go and just kicking the can of lies down the road and just like how much can we get them to do all this silly shit before they catch on to our con game. That's pretty much what they're probably saying, in the back rooms. Jesus. Eddie says they will fail on their experiment this time. Need to make sure we all vote conservative. That's exactly right, Eddie. J.C. Moore, have you checked out Ray's site down with Patrick Bell? David Ray talks about these same exact things. I have not. I'm going to check it out, J.C. A country boy will survive. That's right, Cody. Us Southerners, we grew up in the woods. We can skin a buck and catch fish. Matthew says, imagine all of us taking up fishing in the next few months. Well, it may happen. I just bought another short-term vacation on the bay with the best fishing in Gulf Shores for that same principal reason, just so I can have access to fresh fish. Because I think it's going to go down, guys. Like I just don't see how it's not. Stop the government from printing money and handing it out like candy. Yep. Scary. You can go to Walmart, true words spoken, I'm wide awake. That's great. That's great, Brenda. I'm glad you're awake. Everybody needs to wake up, guys. And if you have friends and family that are not, have some intelligent conversations with them. Ask them the hard questions. Ask them the hard questions, right? And if they just don't want to hear it, it's just, they have communism in their blood, guys. I'm sorry. Communism I think it's a mental disorder. I'm starting to think, I don't even think, I think it's a mental disorder because most of the communists I know are a bunch of lowlifes. Lowlifes. Pink hair, tattoo from head to toe, smokes more dope than I drink water. And I can't even take them serious. And that's your average communist, right? Bunch of lowlifes. Anyway. Went out to dinner. Kelly says, went out to dinner for Mother's Day, and they made us sit at 2 different tables across the restaurant. We are a mother and father with 6 children. That is unbelievable. You heard that, Patty?
Wait, what?
Kelly Cole said, we went out to dinner for Mother's Day. They made us sit at 2 different tables across the restaurant. We are a mother and father of 6 children. That's insane.
That's so stupid. Oh, it makes no sense.
That's right. Run a trout line. That's right, Cody. Yeah, guys. And listen, I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese. We all need to unite together. It's common sense, right? It ain't got nothing to do with skin color. It's got everything with common sense. We all need to unite together with common sense as Americans. We're all Americans. I don't care what color you are. If you came to America, you're an immigrant. Every color, unless you're a Native American, you're an immigrant from this country, in which my mom is actually a Native American. So I can sit here and tell you I'm more Native than most people, but we're all immigrants. I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese, red, blue, purple. This has nothing to do with skin color. The shit that's going on, like a lot of this has to do with just an agenda that the elites are playing on. So we all need to come together, ask these hard, stupid, silly questions to people, and come together as a country and wake everybody up, period, right? That's all it's about. Just wake people up. If enough people know what's going on, they can't con us. And they're trying to play off one against the other. They're trying to make us all stupid and fight against one another. It's all dumb. Justice says Trump got tricked. They are going to use him as the fall guy for the fall of America. Justin, that's a good point. I'd never heard that saying. That's a very intelligent observation. That's a very likely scenario that could play out. Very likely. So, and I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he's able to save the country. I hope he can bring back this economy roaring again, where there's more opportunity than any other country, and we could, have a bunch of people arrested, maybe. Hopefully, that'd be great. But anyway, guys, keep skilling up. All you can do, like in all this uncertain times, all you can do is keep skilling up. All you can do is keep on working on yourself. I know I am. I'm raising a lot of private money. I'm buying a bunch of deals. I'm still wholesaling and flipping all over the South. That's all you can do is keep skilling up, right? Besides that, guys, hell, I'm even getting me a smoker. I'm gonna get me a smoker. I want to learn how to smoke fish and smoke meat, and there's all kind of new skill sets you're gonna have to learn in this new economy, right? So you better skill up on something. But if you haven't already, just make sure you skill up at chrisrood.com. All right, folks. So if you're still interested in real estate, now honestly, there probably hasn't been a more advantageous time than now to get into real estate because of all the volatility in the market. That's what makes them. But let's be honest with you. That's what makes the most deals, right? When you have market swings like this, it creates a lot of unfortunate things to happen in the economy, and what happens is a lot of opportunity for people that know what's going on, and you can pick up deals. Unfortunately, it's not good for everybody, but it's just the nature of things and nature of the beast of how the economy works, right? So besides that, guys, keep doing good, keep working your ass off. The next couple of years are probably going to be really tough on Americans. All you can do is just push through it. If you got any questions about anything, you need help with anything, just inbox me. And I'll see you guys in the next live. Peace.